What up, Bulls Nation? We've got live CHGO Bulls postgame coming up right now. The Bulls survive a late near collapse and beat the Utah Jazz tonight. A season-high 35 points for Vuč. Brice Sensabaugh, 43 off the bench for Utah. What? We'll break it all down next. What's going on, Bulls Nation? Welcome in to CHGO Bulls Postgame. Coming to you live from our CHGO Xfinity Loft here in downtown Chicago. CHGO Bulls Postgame is presented by Michelob Ultra and Bet365. The delicious taste of victory. Take that, Utah. Deserve something equally superior. Cheer on your team with Michelob Ultra. And download the Bet365 app with promo code CHGO365 when you sign up. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365.
Bang.
Thanks for being here, Bulls Nation. Hit that like button right now. It's free. I'm Peck, Bulls_Peck. That's my guy, Big Dave. Bam. 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 BAWL Sports. We got Sarah Bear, Queen of the Controls, hanging out with us tonight. Hey, they played the game, Sarah.
It's coming down on you, Sarah. You ready? Hit me. Bulls win. Again. Bulls win. For that. Bulls win. For Emma, because it's her birthday.
Happy birthday, Emma.
Bulls win. For the people in the chat. Bulls win. For the Bulls winning 6 championships. Thank you, Jazz. Bulls win. And one for yourself, Sarah Bear.
Yeah.
Bulls win. Our Bulls victory for all. Our Bulls victory.
Yo.
My God.
I love winning.
My God. It is fun. That, and congratulations on being, 1-0? Officially 1-0.
Officially 1-0. I don't count that.
Yeah, well,
that
the condensation game didn't count.
Oh, okay.
So we count this as your first one. This is your first game you watched with us. You are 1-0 with us, Sarah. Congratulations.
I know that's right.
Yes, this is a thing. Sarah Bear, good luck charm.
What the heck did we just watch?
A basketball game.
It was entertaining.
Very entertaining.
In all kinds of different ways.
Yeah, man.
Bulls get the win 128-126 over the Jazz, avenging their loss to them in double OT out in Utah in November. The Bulls managed to do it without Josh Giddey, without Zach Collins still. Kobe White coming back, getting a start. He was wheeling and dealing early, just like I said he would in pregame, by the way, Dave.
He did, flex.
Getting his teammates cooking before he looked to score, but then Kobe really struggled down the stretch of this game.
Yeah.
Nearly cost the Bulls this game in a few different ways.
Yeah.
You got fouling a three-point shooter. Mm-hmm. Then you got just an inexplicable careless turnover.
He did.
One of, I think, 5 he had on the night.
Fifth.
5 turnovers for Kobe. Mm-hmm. And he finishes with just 6 points on the night on 2 of 7 shooting. The Bulls just make one play at the end to avoid an epic collapse. They led by as many as a dozen in that fourth quarter, I believe. They were up 8 with 2:06 to go.
They were.
And they nearly snatched defeat from the jaws of victory.
Yeah.
But that final play, that final sequence, I didn't love I don't know if it's what Billy drew up, but that initial part of that final possession the Bulls had when it was locked at 126, where you thought, okay, is this trying to get Kobe open for a 3? Then he kind of leaps into the air, doesn't look like he has much of a plan.
Yeah.
A desperation kick out pass to Vuč, who thinks about the shot, then turns it down, then gives it to, you end up having an Okoro shot, an Okoro 3, and you're like, what the heck are we doing here? Yeah. And then, a few seconds later, Okoro makes this incredible baseline, game-saving, ball-saving pass to Tre Jones, who then just throws this incredible whip pass to Vuč, who's all alone under the basket. Yeah. That 2 points was the difference. The Bulls escape with a win. Wow. Wild.
Yeah, let's start there. Let's stay there, actually, because I think that's we were on two sides of the room at that point. I think that's where you and I both like, whoa, was watching that Tre Jones pass to Nikola Vučević. Just that whole sequence was a what? Wow. Like, yo, because we saw two impossible things lead to something very easy. And the shot by Kobe, we'll get to him. He had off night. But the shot by him missed. Mm-hmm. But the continuing of the play from a guy like Isaac Okoro, again, Stacey King calls it those 50-50 balls. And, I mean, he wanted it more. That's really what it came down to. Made an incredible play to keep that ball in the Bulls' possession and then to keep that ball in bounds. And then getting it over to Tre, who is on 1 foot, mind you, on the baseline, being defended on that baseline, having the foresight. And again, because of the way the defense was, it wasn't like he could look behind him or anything like that. Shout out to Nikola Vučević for immediately seeing him in that corner and putting both his hands in the air and waving them like he just don't care. So Tre Jones could see that man, and as soon as he saw him, it's a great shot of it if you watch the replay from the baseline, just as Tre Jones's vision of that play. Because as soon as he sees Vooch kind of out the corner of his eye, I mean, the way he flipped that bad boy to him to where all Vooch had to do was lay in the bucket. It was probably the best pass I have seen all season from a Chicago Bulls player.
Oh,
I'm including the circumstance. I'm including all those things, but I can't think of a pass, Matt, that was that impressive where you're on 1 foot on the baseline. The dude is not tall at all, and he's putting the ball directly in the hands of your big man for a game-winning bucket for a layup like that. Incredible. Like, honestly, the degree of difficulty of that is out of control. Incredible pass. Again, probably the best one I've seen all season, man, from a Bulls player. Just incredible sequence for the Bulls.
Giddy Committee's not going to like that, Dave.
Well, truth is what it is. But if y'all figure out a better pass, let me know. But that was absolutely an incredible pass, man, on one leg.
It's like,
yeah, man. That was impressive, bro.
Why do you have to make it about Giddy? Like, how about that?
What are you talking about?
It's the Giddy Committee in the chat saying, like, oh, Giddy makes a pass like that every night. And, but, like, let's throw praise on this Tre Jones.
Okay. I mean, listen, you can have your opinion on it. I'm not the end-all, be-all on this.
Dude.
This is my opinion. I feel like
we not talk about that guy while he's not even playing?
It's cool.
For the love of God.
I just feel like it was the best pass I saw a Bulls player do this season.
It was a very impressive pass.
He was definitely on one leg.
Yeah.
He was on one leg, bro. And I don't know how he stayed inbounds, to be real with you. That was just really impressive. And just where he placed that ball was absolutely incredible, man. I was just blown away at the placement of that from the angle that he did that at. I'm going to watch that a few more times, bro, tonight. I promise you. That was impressive, man. It really was.
I mean, it was impressive, and it was the play that won the game. And it happened with 3 of your starters, Tre, Okoro, and Vooch. That was the game-winning play from 3 of your starters. But I think it also needs to be addressed that the Bulls bench won this game.
Yeah, as usual.
Okoro and Vooch were the only 2 starters to score in double figures. Let's put a pin in the fact that Mott has only played 19 minutes tonight. Hate that. But the Bulls' entire starting 5 was either an Ofer in the plus-minus column or Tre Jones and Kobe White, who were both minus 11s. The Bulls' entire bench was in the positives in the plus-minus category, and your entire bench scored in double figures. Jalen 12, Pat 13, Dalen Terry 11, Huerter 10, Io 15. Especially on a night when the Jazz got 43 from one of their bench players.
Man.
And look, in the third quarter, when things started to go sideways for the Bulls starters, Billy hooked everybody.
Yeah.
He hooked Modest first, but he hooked everybody.
Yeah.
And then it was a full second unit out there that kind of righted the ship and went on a little 7-0 run to correct the, coughing up of the lead that they did early in the third.
Yeah.
Billy leaned on his bench at a crucial moment of this game. And then starters were back out there late.
Yeah.
And the starters almost choked it away late.
They did. They did their best job to choke that away. And again, another great save by Tre Jones in that game when he saved that ball from going out of bounds, and they called it out of bounds, but he didn't step out of bounds. I still don't know how he did that one either. But man, dude, I'm just really truly impressed with Tre Jones and Isaac Okoro at the end of that game. You're right about the bench, man. You're 100% correct. The bench went absolutely stupid. for the Bulls, and it's what they've always had to do. It feels like that's their game. That fourth quarter guy is their bench. You know what I mean? Like the bench is the one carrying the Bulls to these victories, and we've seen too much evidence of that for it to be to the contrary. It has definitely been about that bench. But man, that play, I'm telling you, man, that play Tre Jones made, bro, like that was some special stuff. And it was where he put it. And again, guy, I'm a dude who loves point guards. And that's my favorite position. So when I see stuff like that, that's why I talk about that so much, because that's not easy. Like as far as a dude who is at his height and at his angle with somebody on him, to find that dude in the paint and where he don't have to move, his hands are just like this and it just went right there. That's not easy. With one hand, like, yo, man, like not easy at all. And for a guy who's coming off the bench, like, and again, that's why I keep calling him the best pure point guard on the team. It's stuff like that, bro. Like it is really impressive to see what he did. But to your point, Matt, yes, the bench, Matt, absolutely stellar job. I thought that they did tonight. I mean, even Patrick Williams got into double figures. My God. Like he got into double figures tonight. Still put up an air ball, but still. But he got into double figures tonight. I don't like the fact he played more minutes than Modest. Just not going to like that. I think that's crazy. But Kevin Huerter, and of course for me, it's Dalen Terry. Because I thought Dalen Terry did a great job being a tone setter for that Bulls team. When he came in that second quarter, he set the tone about how this team was going to be physical. He set the tone with how this team was going to play on the defensive end. And it was really solid game from him, man, because transition Terry is the best version of Dalen Terry. So when he gets that ball and gets out in transition, it's awesome. And when he hits his threes, because he hit a couple of them, when he hits his threes, Matt, he becomes a whole different basketball player. The confidence level goes way high.
I mean, Dalen, like just that was the most Dalen Terry game of all of the Dalen Terry games that I've ever seen.
Yeah.
13 minutes.
Yeah.
You make a positive impact on a game in 13 minutes.
Yeah.
Because you knock down 3 of your 4 3-point attempts.
Mm-hmm.
When have we said that about Dalen Terry? Not often. 5 boards, including 3 crashing the offensive glass.
Yeah.
3 steals and 2 blocks.
Yeah.
In 13 minutes.
Yeah.
That is making the most of the minutes that Billy gives you.
Seriously.
And Goat was talking about it on our show the other night. Dalen and Julian have been in the same boat all season long, fighting and scrapping to try and be the 9th or 10th or in maybe some cases 11th man in Billy's rotation.
Yeah.
And it's been tough sledding for them all season. It's hard to ignore doing that much in that little amount of time. Mm-hmm. And I'm sorry, like who knows? We'll see what Goat has to say about what Billy had to say tonight when we'll see if they hear from either Pat or Dalen in the locker room.
Mm-hmm.
So Billy might praise Pat tonight after that game.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Maybe. Mm-hmm. It might be somewhat deserved.
Yeah.
But Pat playing 23 minutes and Dalen playing 13?
Mm-hmm.
Make that make sense to me. Pat was 3 of 3 from downtown. Okay. No, I'm sorry. Benefit of the doubt, gone. Can't wait for that follow-up of, hey, Pat had a bounce-back game. Then watch what happens next.
Then watch what happens next. Like that's the huge as it goes for him, man. But
I don't want to take away from the fact that it should just be about like respecting the hell out of the game that we just saw Dalen Terry play in 13 bench minutes.
Seriously.
And will it change anything about how Billy views him and about how much of a role or how little of a role he has moving forward?
That is the point. The way he treats Dalen is how I wish he would treat Patrick Williams. And that's, if it's not consistent, then he's not playing. And with Pat, it hasn't been that way. It's if he's not consistent, he's still playing no matter what. But Dalen Terry, I mean, and we saw it last game because we talked about this on the last game. I was like, no, bro, play that dude more minutes. Clearly, it's an energy thing happening with him. If he can go out there and bother Kevin Durant, I want the dude who can bother Kevin Durant out there on the floor. And he did that. And then in this game, he was just the dude, the tones. I love the fact that he had one play, the play Billy took him out on, when he went in and tried to score on a layup. He missed it. He got his own rebound, tried to go back up with it. Ref didn't call the foul. He got fouled. Ref didn't call it. Dalen was barking. You know what I mean? It wasn't a soft, oh, come on, ref. It was a it was a barking at the ref, bro. Like, what you doing? And Billy was like, I got to take him out the game, bro. And I'm in my head, I'm like, no, leave that fire out there on the floor. Let that energy be out there, man. Like, I love that kind of energy from a player, bro. Like that's my favorite thing to see. And I was just really proud of him and how he played. 3 or 4 from the 3-point line. I mean, it feels like if his threes are hit, it opens up his whole entire game for him.
Yeah.
Like his game just really evolves and grows and gets better within the confines of that game.
We got to knock out our first ad break right there. Still lots more to get to in this game. I see a lot of differing opinions about Modest and his 19 minutes tonight in the chat. So let's get a taste of all of those and then offer up our thoughts. We'll hear from Will Gottlieb. We'll throw out our game day difference makers.
Yeah.
We'll figure out who the Goon of the night is. Still lots ahead. So for crying out loud, hit that like button while you listen to these words from our friends and sponsors. The like button's free.
Yeah.
Check out the products. We'll be right back.
Yeah.
CHGO Bulls is brought to you by Bet365. And right now, with the early payout offer, you are a winner if your football team goes up by 17 points at any point in the game with an instant payout on straight bets and parlay selections marked as winners. How about a 17-point lead for the Bears this weekend? Why not 34?
Bears.
72.
Bears.
Download the Bet365 app with promo code CHGO365 when you sign up. And when you do that, and then make your first $5 bet, whether it's on the Bears this weekend, basketball, hockey, whatever you feel like betting on, win or lose that $5 bet, you are going to get $200 in bonus bets either way. And you can use those bonus bets on just about everything. Spreads, totals, player props, futures even. Who's winning NBA League Awards? You can make some bets on it with your bonus bets. Download that app. Don't forget promo code CHGO365 when you sign up. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. Must be 21 and older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Ladies and gentlemen, you want to get old.
You do?
You do, Matt.
Tell me why.
Because the alternative sucks.
That is true.
You want to get old, and you want your money to get old as well. And that's why you need our good people at Old National Bank. Because whether it is on the field or in your financial life, the best teams win by delivering excellence at every level. And that is the people at Old National Bank. They believe every play matters because it's true.
4th and 8.
From everyday checking to long-term planning and commercial banking, our team is here to help build momentum and help you move the ball forward. Bears. So, whether you're celebrating a win, Bears, rebuilding after a tough loss, not the Bears,
Bulls,
or gearing up for whatever comes next, they got the tools, the guidance, and the expert crew that will always be in your corner. It's Old National Bank, y'all, where relationships and results matter. Member FDIC.
CHGO Bulls postgame rolling along on Wednesday night. Bulls get a gritty win on the second night of a back-to-back over the Jazz. Peck, Big Dave, Sarah Bear on the controls. We'll hear from Will the Goat in a minute. Thanks for being with us, Bulls Nation. Hit that like button if you haven't done it yet. Let us now go to our game day difference makers, Big Dave. Game day difference maker presented by Game Day Men's Health. Better father, better husband, better man. Go to Game Day Men's Health. Visit GameDayCHGO.com to find the locations closest to you. I feel like we just spent a bit of that first block talking about who could be the winner of this very prestigious award in Dalen Terry.
Yeah,
we talked about how the entire Bulls bench produced tonight and the fact that the team absolutely needed to because some of their starters had some stinkers tonight.
Some poops.
How do you not lead game day difference makers nominees with Dalen?
True, but I'm not.
Okay. I love it.
I'm not on this one. I am going to lead it for me with Isaac Okoro.
Okay.
And strictly for the play I just talked about, that was the difference maker, was Isaac Okoro. Was the ball missing, the Kobe White missed 3, Isaac Okoro procuring that basketball and securing that basketball on a 50-50 ball and having the wherewithal to get it over with one hand again, to get that thing over to Tre Jones so he can make that pass over to Nikola Vučević. That saved the game. He literally saved the basketball game for the Bulls and took away that opportunity for the Utah Jazz, to either, do what they feel as far as either taking the lead with a 2 or 3 or whatever, how they wanted to do it.
Yeah.
If they get the ball back. But that was it for me. It was Isaac Okoro and the way he did that. And then the final play of the game, when Keyonte George is taking the shot, who's on him? Is Isaac Okoro. Isaac Okoro is on him and is deterring the shot that he's trying to take. Watching in slow motion, it forced George to go at a weird angle to try to take that 3-point shot, and that's why he shot an air ball, was because the defense that Isaac Okoro played on him. So for me, he was the difference maker in getting this win for the Chicago Bulls tonight.
I hear that. I'll also toss in a weird one.
Okay.
Kevin Huerter.
I like weird.
Kevin Huerter, man.
Let's get weird.
I did not love the game he had tonight.
Me neither.
If I'm being honest. He was 2 of 5 from downtown, just 10 points. But again, the Bulls needed all 10 of those points. Had a couple of what I thought were pretty gross turnovers. He also was 1 foul away from fouling out in this game.
Oh man,
that's impressive.
that is.
In 19 minutes.
Oh man.
But 1 possession game, final minute. Huerter drives. I hold my breath and prepare for the worst. He got hacked, went to the line for the first time tonight. The first free throw was a little jittery, but it went down.
Yeah.
And the second one went down as well. The Bulls do not win this game without those 2 free throws from Kevin Huerter.
Yeah.
Who did not have his best shoot tonight, but stepped up to the free throw line and knocked down the 2 biggest free throws of the night.
He did do that. And real quick, because shout out to all y'all in the chat. I love talking to y'all, bro. I really do.
Hey, everybody.
Shout out to y'all who I don't remember who it was talking about the Josh Giddey pass over to Vuce. I looked at it at the break because I remember it, and then I looked at it again, and I'm even more convinced that Tre Jones' pass was the best pass. Like, that was number 2 for me. Like the Giddey pass is definitely number 2, and the reason was Giddey has the ball top of the key and is able to create and then get that pass over to Vuce in an incredible way. Not taking that away from him. I think it's the second best. But go back and watch Tre Jones again, man. Tre Jones was not supposed to have the ball. Tre Jones was saving the ball from going out of bounds. And he did this all with one hand. Like, this is all with one hand. He did this. He saves the ball with one hand and then on one foot whips it inside the Vuce with a dude on him. No, it's a better pass. It is a better pass and a more incredible one. The Giddey one is really, really cold and special. Not taking that away from it. I still got it number 2. But this, for me, for myself, is number 1. That's incredible.
You're just a hater, Dave. Shout out to all of the game day difference makers. And shout out to Game Day Men's Health.
Yeah, for real.
All right, with that, can now we talk about the whole Modest played 19 minutes thing? Because it's killing me. And look,
right.
I think there are levels to this conversation. South MU in the chat. Can we stop with this whole Modest only played such and such minutes? He was ASS tonight, and he should have sat. Stop it. Then you also have somebody in the chat saying, I don't care if Modest is not playing great. Like, Billy needs to play him because Harry Chicken's in the chat. Modest Buzelis is the future. He has to play more minutes, period. And then I think there was somebody level-headed in the chat who was like, yo, Modest didn't have a great night tonight. It's okay. Anthony, Modest didn't play well. Tough love. He's young. He'll bounce back with Billy thinking he has potential to be a star. So there's basically from our chat, bless all y'all's hearts, the 3 different ways of looking at the game Modest had tonight.
Sure.
He was bad.
He was.
So Billy benched him.
Wasn't great.
I don't care if he was bad. He's the future of this franchise. Don't bench him, Billy.
Correct.
Stop benching him, Billy.
Yes.
And, you know what? Some nights it's not your night.
Yeah.
Have a seat, young fella. Try again on Friday.
Yeah.
Where do you fall in that sort of like, here's the center of the scale, here's the dang it, Billy, and here's the Modest suck tonight scale?
Yeah.
Where are you in that?
Shout out to your scale, by the way.
Hey, dang it, Billy.
First of all
Modest, you stuck tonight.
all 3 of those things are true.
Yes.
Honestly, they're all true. And I think whoever falls on whatever side of that, I'm not against you. Me, I am always on the side of playing Buzelis however long he needs to play, period. Because, again, he's the future. I'm going against the Utah Jazz. If I can procure that win with Modest Buzelis on the floor going 3 of 7, then so be it. That's how I feel about it. But I need Modest on the floor to get those minutes. I need him more so to get those time, more than I need Patrick Williams to see Patrick Williams score 13 points. I need Modest on the floor more than I need to see him play. So it's why I'm excited about, Dalen Terry getting the minutes that he got, because that's still a young guy on this team that might have some promise for us. Like, I know what these other guys are. I'm still trying to figure out where Modest is at. I need him to play through these tough stretches where it's not going great for him and the shots aren't falling for him. And again, he was 3 of 7. That's not the worst. But again, 7 shots, no free throws. You can't have it like that. But I need Modest on the floor all the time. I need him to grow. I need him to get better. Like, he's going to not have great games. And I need that to be okay, that he doesn't have a great game. Like, I don't need it to be, oh, you better have a great game or I'm taking you out because we got to beat the Utah Jazz. In my opinion, Modest needs to be playing in these times and in these moments, bro, so he can get that and soak that in. Like, Pat's had that opportunity to get that and soak that in. I need Modest to have that. And Modest is a team guy. You know, he's going to be happy that his team wins, as he should be. And that's what you want in your kind of star like that. But me personally, Matt, I need him out there on the floor going 0 for 60. You know what I mean? Making all the mistakes and all the problems and all those things. And I still want to see him play and then play him again the next game. Just more Modest is what I'm for.
South MU following up saying he's the future of the franchise. Well, he needs to start consistently producing. Here's the thing. Him just playing and stinking helps nobody. Again, the dude needs to play, but they have to play well.
Fair, bro. Fair. This is one game. We're talking about one game. We just ran down. Well, you probably weren't here in pregame, but Matt just ran down in pregame what this young man has done in his last.
This is why y'all should watch pregame.
Yes, about his last 5-6 games. He's been balling. 7 games. He's been balling out, doing his thing. So if a bad game comes, you wiping all that away? No, you allow him to play through it. That's what you do. You go ahead and you let him play through it. If you can allow Patrick Williams to play through being that kind of ass, he deserves to be able to play through having a bad game.
I don't care what Patrick Williams' paycheck says. There is no way that he should have a longer leash than Modest Buzelis on this team at this point in time.
No.
Zero freaking reason for that to be the case.
Yeah.
And yes, by the way, if you did miss that pregame chat, we were talking about the 7-game streak of 15-plus points that Modest had coming into tonight's game.
Yeah.
Thus, the 7-game sample size. I also mentioned if you took that back further to the last 13 games of Modest Buzelis, he's been averaging just over 18 points a game on 52% shooting from the field and 38% from three.
Yeah. Over
the last 13 games. Is that not enough large enough sample size for you to start saying, you know what, we're going to let the young man play through some tough times in this game tonight? And I think it was one of our other regulars, Chase Ashland, in the chat earlier, asking was Modest in foul trouble tonight? No, he wasn't.
Yeah,
he had 2 fouls.
2 fouls. No, bro.
Billy just hooked him early in the third, and he never saw the light of day again. And I'm sorry. It's about priorities. Mm-hmm. What is your priority tonight? Is it eking out a win against the 13th place Western Conference Utah Jazz and needing all 35 points from your why am I still here old grouchy center Vooch to survive 43-point outburst from Brice freaking Sensabaugh.
Shout out Sensabaugh.
To not lose to the Jazz for the second time this season. Is getting that win tonight so important to you that it's more important than what becomes of this young player on your team? What
it's about
is 35 from Vooch more important than that? Is 23 minutes off the bench for Patrick Williams, God help his soul, more important than that? And again, I guess it all entirely depends on what you see as a potential ceiling for Modest Buzelis.
True.
And if you don't believe in him, then you're probably sitting there saying, Peck, what the hell are you talking about?
Yeah.
But I'm sorry. Dude, you're the Bulls.
Yeah.
You're in 10th.
Yeah.
You've been in 10th forever, and you will be in 10th forever.
Yeah, man.
What do you need to change that? You need a freaking franchise player.
Yeah. Like, when you're having a bad game, certain guys have, it's just what happens in the NBA. Like, guys are going to have bad games, but certain guys who are your guys should not be taken out in those situations. Again, especially against the Utah Jazz. I can hear an argument if you're playing a better team, playing a playoff team. I can hear an argument if it is a more important game that gets you into a playoff round or something like that. Yeah, I get all that argument. But in this case,
it's a January game against the Utah Jazz.
Come on, man.
At home.
Come on, dog.
Also, for the young people who went out to the UC tonight, you think the young fans of this team who have just been like, well, you were born into this family. Sorry, you're a Bulls fan. Things suck right now and have for a while. They used to be fun half a century ago. But who do you think those young fans are excited to see out there right now?
Great point.
Patrick Williams?
I'm going to say no.
Isaac Okoro?
Let's talk to the youth. Sarah, who do you think they're more excited out there, Sarah Bear, to see?
Not Patrick Williams.
If the Bulls honestly, If their bottom line is make the
youth.
play-in tournament and keep the building full with happy Bulls fans,
Yeah.
Dave, you, me, we are out in Vegas like we go every summer,
Flex.
trolling the concourse at Thomas and Mack Arena.
Yes.
Every Bulls fan we ran into that was parent and child, what jersey was that child wearing?
It was modest.
Even if you're the people running this team and you care more about that than winning, it makes more sense. For 19 minutes in a home game against the bum-ass Jazz, where are your priorities? My God.
Yeah.
Any way you slice it, it makes no freaking sense.
He's got to play, man. He's got to play. I got to see him out there in these situations. It's important, guys. It really is. It's important. That's a jingle. Let's take a break because I hear it.
We got to knock out an ad. When we come back, we heard a jingle. We'll get some GOAT talk from the United Center. Hit that like button.
Hit it.
It's free. We'll be right back.
There it is. Game Day Men's Health. They are awesome. They will have you feeling right, fellas. Trust me, I know. I just looked and I ran out of the supply that they gave me. And I said to myself, I need to go ahead and give Amy a call and talk some crap to her because she's a Packers fan. But then tell her, re-up your boy with the vitamins and everything that I'm going to need to continue having me at that peak performance. And you can have that too, fellas, at Game Day Men's Health. Very quick and easy process. You will be in and out about an hour. They got that personal care. They are family and local owned clinics, man. That extreme success rate is legit. It is very, very high. You can feel better, have more energy. Testosterone, vitamin supplements, weight loss, hair loss treatments, whatever you need, they got you covered. So start your best life with Game Day Men's Health. Check out their locations in Skokie, Naperville, Libertyville, or more, and scan that QR code to find the one closest to you. Go to GameDayCHGO.com to find locations nearest to you, because when it comes to your health, fellas, every day is game day.
CHGO Bulls is also brought to you by Huel and their protein drinks. It's a new year. A lot of people have health goals, strength goals. Making sure you got enough protein in your diet on a daily basis while you're trying to reach those goals can be tricky sometimes, especially if you're on the go. That's why Huel has ready to drink. Boom. They also have powder for when you do have a little bit of extra time to mix it at home. Huel's got 35 grams of protein per serving, 27 essential vitamins and minerals, gluten-free, no artificial sweeteners, colors, or flavors, and under $5 a meal. Drink it like a meal.
Nice.
Why not give it a try with their high-protein starter kit? Featuring, of course, ready to drink and the black powder.
Bang.
Just use promo code BULLS20 at Huel.com/Bulls20 to get 20% off online with that promo code again, BULLS20 at Huel.com/Bulls20. Honestly, just makes hitting your protein goals a lot less stressful.
Huel!
What's going on, Bulls Nation? Welcome back to CHGO Bulls Postgame. We heard a jingle right before the break. That means it's time to talk to the GOAT.
That's where he's the GOAT! The GOAT!
Go Talk Hotline, presented by Michelob Ultra. The delicious taste of victory deserves something equally superior. Cheer on your team with Michelob Ultra. It's the one and only Will Gottlieb. GOAT.
That's him.
What a dramatic finish. The cardiac Bulls strike again, man. What was what was headline number one for you?
I mean, it's got to be Vuč. Where would they be without this guy? I know people like to dog him for the defense. Well, he had a clutch block in the final 35 seconds that helped them seal the win. I know people get frustrated with him when he can't shoot. Well, he made 2 out of 6 threes tonight, but he got to the foul line 6 times, and he was just hitting floater after floater after floater in the short roll. It didn't even really feel like they were trying to isolate him or get him post touches, but it was just in the flow of the offense. So you credit the Bulls for finding the right play. But Vuč, I mean, what a game for him. Season high 35 points, as I'm sure you guys have mentioned, plus the game winner, but just the model of consistency. And you look up and down the box score, and it's like guys had 12 points. Okoro had 12. Jalen Smith had 12. Patrick had 13. You had a couple of guys in double figures. Nobody had more than 15 other than Vuč, who had 35. So dominant game from him. And it was all just that same flip shot over and over again. And there was nothing the Jazz could do to stop. Billy, after the game, was saying that we were trying to see if they were going to send help on him because they didn't have Walker Kessler. They didn't have Lauri Markkanen. They were playing Filipowski down there quite a lot. Nurkic didn't play, and they just didn't. And so Vuč just kept on making them pay. And incredible performance by him.
GOAT, let's talk about that last sequence. I think, and this is my opinion, I thought that pass by Tre Jones was the best pass I saw a Bulls player throw all season long. Just the degree of difficulty, how he did it, saving the ball out of bounds and doing all this stuff on one foot. But talk about that last sequence and the guys all included as far as Vooch and Okoro and Tre Jones. Like, walk us through that with you watching that.
Well, let's start with Kobe, because I think that play for him, where he was the initiator of that play, kind of embodied his whole night, which was not feeling super confident in himself. And I didn't talk to him. Those aren't his words. Just my perception of how he played was out of flow, out of rhythm, didn't seem super confident. Had maybe a look, but didn't feel like he could get it off. Passed it back out to Vooch, relocated, got the 3 up, didn't go. And then it was Okoro, another emblematic play for him, coming in and getting that offensive rebound, making a hustle play. He's one of those few guys on the team that like really is animated, making those kind of plays, gets excited and tries to rev up his teammates that way, saves it to Tre, who just fires a bullet to Vooch wide open under the basket. So they made something out of nothing there. I couldn't tell from the angle that I was seeing it. I tried to watch on a rerun if Okoro was in bounds or if he had stepped out of bounds and they got away with one. I think it was clean, but just a kind of a miraculous series of events that happened to try to get them that shot. And frankly, I don't think that they should have even been in that situation in the first place. They're up 11 at one point, like not too long prior to that. Who is it? Brice Sensabaugh going absolutely nuts. Keyonte George getting fouled every single time he went to the basket in the fourth quarter. So I think they kind of got away with one there, but that's kind of been the story of this team, is like they've done this now a handful of times. They've done it against the 76ers. They've done it against the Blazers. They've done it against the Denver Nuggets. They've had a handful of these games where they just kind of come away with one at the final moment. But sometimes it's just like, that's how you win. You know, it's like all these games are super tight and they've lost a handful of them and you win a handful too. But just kind of a miracle, like broken play there at the end.
Goat, what did Billy have to say about Modest playing 19 minutes tonight? I'm guessing it came up.
It did. You know, I guess I'll preface this by saying that Billy comes at this from the perspective of he's not trying to be vindictive. He's not trying to teach him a lesson. He's not trying to train shots out of him, out of his mentality. It's more just, are you executing the things that they need him to execute on? And I want to credit Julia Poe, who did a really good job with her line of questioning to try to get some really good answers. And I just sent the full video of that interaction in our Slack, so maybe you guys can get that on the show at some point. It's kind of in the middle of that longer press conference. But Billy was just saying that, you know, there's things that he's got to do from a preparation perspective, from a defensive perspective, in terms of rotations and then rebounding. And if he's not doing those, then he's going to have a quick hook on him. And I don't think it necessarily was supposed to be he's not going to play the entire fourth quarter, but it just kind of turned into that, because at the same point, he's trying to figure out what works and what doesn't and try to keep the guys in who are playing well and reward them for continuing to play well. And he said he almost closed with the second unit because of how well they played, but on the second night of a back-to-back, he didn't want to run them for too many straight minutes. And so he went back to the starters, and obviously it worked out. But I just think for Modest, he's got to, there's like certain things that he's just, that are non-negotiable with Billy, that if he doesn't do them, he's going to get pulled. And then it's about how does he respond? And sometimes he isn't going to have that chance, like tonight. Other times, I think more often than not, he will have a chance to, you know, prove that he is ready to do some of those things. But, you know, Billy was saying after the Houston game, physicality, rebounding, defensive rotation execution was like a big deal that they talked about. And he had to be ready for that. And he had to be ready for a back-to-back mentally and physically. And I'm not saying that Billy was, you know, saying Modest wasn't ready for it, and so I just benched him. But I think he tries to use those as not only learning experiences, but also trying to put the team in the best position that they can to win, because ultimately that's what they're trying to do here.
I'll go real quick. Was there anything said about Dalen Terry in the game that he played tonight?
Nothing from Billy. We only talked to Vooch today in the locker room, but yeah, Dalen was really good. He had a couple of 3 threes after making, I think, one last night. So it's nice to see the shot falling for him. But I mentioned this with Okoro. Dalen's the same way, where it's like he kind of creates this energy and it can be used as momentum for the Bulls when they get a stop or they make a play. And just his sort of personality around the game and the effort that he puts into it. He's not always executing everything well, and I think to a lesser extent than of what we talked about with Modest, where if he's not performing, he's going to get a quick hook. Right now, they've got so many guys out that he's going to have to play some minutes, and credit to him, he played really well in the 13 minutes that he had tonight.
Yeah.
All right, go. We still have a few more boxes we need to check in postgame tonight, so let me get your Goon of the Night nominee, and then we'll let you get out of here a little early.
Yeah, I think it's got to be Vuč, right? The game winner, the 4th of the year, and just also the fact that he continues to do this and people continue to complain about him for one reason or another, and he just continues to be consistent. So I like that from Vuč.
Appreciate you, buddy. Bulls Nation, if you aren't already, become a CHGO diehard so you can read all of GOAT stuff at allchgo.com. Sign up right now for that $36 first-year offer for the Bears playoff run with promo code GOAT, G-O-A-T. GOAT, we appreciate you, buddy. We'll talk to you soon. All right. Shout out to the GOAT, the Iceman.
Yes.
I
That's
caught
on
that.
with the claw. You ain't see the claw, too. You threw that up.
The claw and the Iceman.
Oh, yeah. Double dose.
Bear the frick down.
Bear the
All
frick
right. With that, next thing on the agenda tonight is the original take. The original take brought to you by Hooters. Cheer on your favorite teams from any of the 11 Chicagoland Hooters locations or check them out at originalhooters.com. Dave, do you have an original take tonight? Because I have an original take.
I think I just gave it earlier today, saying that Tre Jones pass was the best
That
pass
is
that
an
I've
original
seen
take.
all season long.
And a contentious one.
Yeah,
if I may say so.
and I'm standing 10 toes down on that one, baby.
20 toes down.
Because it is incredible. I can't wait. Honestly, I can't wait to go watch it again. It's so impressive what he did and the size that young man is to be able to do that off of one leg when his primary objective was to keep the ball in bounds.
Yeah.
It wasn't to pass it. It was to keep it in bounds, and he did all of this on one leg with one hand.
Yeah.
He didn't have to touch it, and then just whips it over to Vuč with somebody guarding him, guarding Tre Jones as well. Incredible. I'm going to replay that a ton. So, yeah, that's my original take. Tre Jones, best pass of the season.
I like that. Sarah Bear, do you have that screenshot that I asked you to have available tonight?
He got props. Oh, yeah, let's go. Okay.
Here's my original take for tonight. Y'all ready, Bulls Nation?
I'm out the way. Get him, man.
In case y'all didn't see this from earlier today, from our CHGO Bulls Twitter account. And shout out to Jamal Collier, ESPN, the Bulls beat, because this was in a blurb that he wrote for the weekly ESPN NBA Power Rankings that came out earlier today. The Bulls, coming into tonight's game, were 18-21. They were 18-21 at this point last season. They were 18-21 at this point the season before that. And you bet your bottom dollar, they were 18-21 at this point the year before that. Okay. Then we know how those stories ended: 40-42, 39-43, 39-43, TBD. But those previous three, same exit, playing tournament, same opponent. Yeah. That is the most striking example of Bulls are a hamster on a wheel, time is a flat circle, pick your metaphor, whatever you want to do, whichever way you want to slice it. My original take is that that's bad. That's a bad thing. I see ABQ in the chat laughing, consistent laugh crying emoji. There is still some faction of Bulls fans who don't see the problem with that. Or might raise, hey, well, what about injuries or this or that? And it's a different roster now. The roster already started to flip last season, y'all. Zach got traded midseason. Josh Giddey was here all year. New pieces came in via trade. This season, first full year post-Zach LaVine era. Some guys are in, some guys are out. Guess what? When guys are in or guys are out, they're somewhere between a mid and a sub-mid team every night. Every freaking night. That's bad.
Not good, guys. Not the best.
It's bad.
Yeah,
it's a bad place to be.
When I saw it, I immediately quote tweeted and said, "This is failure." That's what it is to me. That's all I saw. 18-21 for 4 straight seasons.
4 straight seasons.
It's not
You
good.
are 3 games under 500 at essentially the midway point of the season. And, there was a little bit of variance there. Like some seasons after being 18-21, they were 18-22.
Yeah.
Or, 19-21.
Right.
Fast forward to the final chapter of all those seasons, you were either 2 games under or 3 games under.
That's it.
Right where you were at the midpoint of the season as well.
Yeah. That's
And the cherry on top is a play-in tournament exit against the same team every freaking game. What are we doing? Shout out Brandon Bills.
Thank you, Brandon Bills.
I can't, like, it is so striking to me.
Yeah.
They can say we won't accept mediocrity all they want.
Yeah.
They can say it as many times as they want. What Bulls fans have had to endure over the last 4 years is a bludgeoning, some blunt force trauma of some object lying around the Advocate Center, of them beating us over the head, saying, I know we said we don't accept mediocrity. We do strive for and embrace the hell out of it, though. My God.
Yeah, it's pretty sad. And I know the thing about it, Matt, is you can give me an excuse for all of it. For every reason. I'm like, hey, injuries, guys were hurt. Cool. Tell me about the season before. Cool. Tell me about the season before. Cool. Tell me about the season before. Like, you know what I mean? Like, at some point in time, you just have to say to yourself, this is bad. That's what you have to say to yourself and demand more. You know what I mean? Which is what we try to do here on CHGO Bulls. But yeah, man, like, it's not great. 18-21 for 4 straight seasons is a horrible place to be. Honestly, it is.
The very worst.
Yeah.
The very worst place to be. All right, we got to knock out one more quick ad break. When we come back on the other side, we will find out who the Goon of the night is and maybe hear a little bit of either Billy or Vuce from after tonight's game. Throw us your Goon of the night nominations in the chat. Hit the like button if you haven't done it yet, and we will be right back. CHGO Bulls is brought to you by Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. Let's talk about your next weekend adventure.
Let's do it.
Or maybe just your next big night hangout. Because Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee has everything you need in one spot. We're talking thousands of the latest table slots and table games. Ready to refuel? They've got a ton of amazing restaurants and bars for you to choose from. Whether you're feeling fancy or you just want a quick bite, they've got you covered. You don't even need to leave the property if you don't feel like it. No. I love being lazy. Stay in style and in luxury at their luxurious hotel. Just steps away from what many call the Midwest's best sports book. Maybe you're heading to a Bucks game when they're taking on the Bulls later this season. Start your day right at Potawatomi, hit the sports book, then head out to the game. It's all right there, super convenient. Milwaukee's got a full winter lineup of not just sporting events, but concerts and festivals as well. Potawatomi is the perfect home base for all of it. Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. Your win is waiting, unless you're the Packers. Go check it out.
Factor Meal Kits. We love them. We enjoy them. We are excited every time they show up at the door. We are ready. Why? Because no matter if you're a meatitarian like my man Matt Peck, pescatarian like myself, vegetarian as some of you may be out there, no matter what, you open it, yum, 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 yum. That's what's going to happen. 100 rotating weekly meals. High protein, calorie smart, Mediterranean diet, whatever. They got you covered, man. Oh, they are the absolute best. I love when it just shows up at the door. You just pull it out and pop it in that microwave, pop it out. Sometimes I might eat 2 of them just because they're that delicious, man.
Factor box is the best thing to get in the mail.
It really is.
Bar none.
It's out of this world. Just a happy, happy day when it shows up. Head to factormeals.com/CHGO50 off and use that code CHGO50 off to get 50% off your first Factor box plus free breakfast for 1 year. Offer only valid with new Factor customers with the code and qualifying auto-renew subscription purchase. Make healthier eating easy with Factor. Yum, 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 yum.
We back. CHGO Bulls postgame rolling along a little longer tonight as the Bulls edge out the Utah Jazz. Take that, Karl Malone. That's right. Just a reminder before we dive into Goon of the Night and a few other notes. Wanted to remind everybody again, as we did in pregame, we got a fun hangout opportunity coming up on Friday.
Yeah.
This Friday, January 16th, we are doing another one of our Pop a Shot Showdowns presented by our friends at Michelob Ultra. Happy hour with us and your fellow Bulls fans at the Lone Owl Pub on Milwaukee in Wicker Park, right here in the city. Free entry, no ticket required, no RSVP required. Show up at 5 o'clock. We got a Bulls tip-off at 6. We'll have a few drinks. We'll talk some Bulls.
Yeah.
We'll get some shots up.
Yeah.
Free Bulls tickets to the winner.
Yeah.
Try and take down the GOAT.
It's hard to do. He's pretty good.
I don't think you have to beat the GOAT in Pop a Shot to get the tickets. I think you just have to be the best person.
Yeah.
GOAT aside.
Yeah, that's why we say beat the GOAT, because usually the GOAT's the best one.
You know that's what I would always want, though.
Yeah, yeah.
Is the the bragging rights.
Well, yeah,
to say,
that's
I
about
beat,
that
I beat the GOAT at Pop a Shot.
Yeah. Who would want to say that?
Hope to see some of y'all there, as many of y'all there as possible who are free. If you're wondering, what am I going to do with my Friday night?
Yeah.
Boom. There's your answer.
I love it. I like it. You know what else I like?
I want some more of it.
You know what else I like, though, man?
What do you like?
Is there something that I want to see right now? Because I'm feeling lit inside my bones, and I'm feeling that fire build up a little bit. And it's that time, Sarah Bear. Hit me with a goon of the night.
To be the man, you gotta beat the man. Now, I'm the man.
Oh, there it is. In all its splendor and glory, it is Goon of the Night. Look at it, bask in it, bathe in its greatness. It only goes to the ones that are deserving. That's what makes it the Bulls People's title.
Hey.
It's for the people, man. It's for Bulls Nation, C-Red Nation, all right? Doesn't matter if it's the best player, doesn't matter if it's the worst player. Doesn't even matter if they're on the team. Just has to be Bulls related about what you feel was very Goon-worthy tonight. Matt Peck, sir, would love to know who your Goon of the Night is.
I'm sorry,
He's apologizing?
but I'm not.
Okay.
It's freaking Brice Sensabaugh, dude.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
Oh.
It's freaking Brice. He dropped 43 off the bench.
Oh.
I think that might be the first or maybe second ever time I've nominated someone not a Bull or affiliated with the Bulls and or Bulls fandom.
Yes.
Bulls game operations.
Yeah.
No. That dude came out in the first quarter off the bench and scored 21 quick points.
He did.
And shout out to our guy, our pal, Adam Amin, who on the call pointed out that was not only an NBA best point total in the first quarter for a bench player in the NBA this season, it was the best such mark for a point total in the first quarter for a player coming off the bench in at least the last 30 years of NBA basketball.
Wow. That's
That,
wow.
my friends, is Goon. Shit. What?
It's up there.
We're
It's
like,
up
oh,
there.
man, thank goodness the Jazz don't have Lowry tonight. He dropped 47 on our bum defense.
Yeah.
Brice Sensabaugh said, hold my beer, Lowry. I got you, and dropped 43 off the bench.
It's impressive.
There will be plenty more Goons to nominate in the future. I can't not show some respect to that young man.
Respect.
That was ridiculous.
Respect to him.
Bulls defense is cooked, but thankfully, so is the Jazz.
I'm about to say because they lost. Even with that, they took that L. Sarah Bear, without a care, do you dare? Tell us who your Goon of the Night is.
My Goon of the Night, and I thought about this hours ago.
What? Okay.
My Goon of the Night is Big Dave.
What-
Because Big Dave made sure I had dinner tonight. I did not have dinner tonight, and I worked a really long day, and all I ate were my overnight oats and some gross apples.
That
were
doesn't
not
sound
good.
like a sufficient dinner.
And I had 3 cups of coffee today and 2 Waterloos. Shout out Waterloo.
Shout out
And
Waterloo.
so Big Dave made sure I had some dinner tonight, and I really appreciate that. Thank you.
No doubt.
Goon of the Night.
It's a solid nom. Solid nom.
Appreciate that. Kids got to eat, man.
Kids got to eat.
They got to eat, baby. Well, it is time to hand this out. It's prestigious. It's awesome. It's never egregious. It is the Goon of the Night belt. And the Goon of the Night award goes to, drum roll, Matt Peck. We have a tie.
Oh, we got a tie.
We have a tie.
Half of it's got to be Dalen.
You're damn right.
Yeah.
Dalen Terry is half of the Goon of the Night belt. What an amazing, amazing game for that young man. I'm so proud of him, not just for the 3-point shots that he hit, not just for the steal, but for that foul I talked about, man. I'm telling you, that dude was fiery
Dude.
with that referee, dog. He was not pleased and not happy at all. It was all up in his grill. Shout out to him for that. The other half of the Goon of the Night goes to Adam Amin,
Yeah.
ladies and gentlemen. Adam Amin, Goon of the Night.
Good call.
As you saw Matt Peck just talk about the 18 and 21, 4 straight seasons, Adam Amin also talked about that 18 and 21 for 4 straight seasons and was aghast at that fact reading it. And what made it so Goon-worthy, because you know I love them words, Matt. Tell me the word that he dropped again.
Sisyphean.
Sisyphean.
As in the boulder up the hill Sisyphus.
Yes. Oh, I went and looked it up. That's what made me give it to him.
Yep.
Sisyphean describes a task that is endless, laborious, and ultimately futile and unaliving.
Sisyphean.
Correct.
I believe.
You got it right,
Sisyphean.
sir. Sisyphean.
That is your word of the day, Bulls Nation.
Dog.
From the one and only.
Ultimately futile. Futile in your harvest out here. Oh, I loved it so much. Shout out Adam Amin. Look, my man said I had to look it up. Yo, I feel you, bro. Yo, man. It was incredible, dog. Shout out to Adam Amin for always doing what you do, sir. And this, as long as we've been doing this award, Adam Amin has walked away with some of the Goon of the night. Because every year he does something Goon worthy. And this was it tonight. Dalen Terry, Adam Amin.
It was not his first nom of the season. I recall I for sure at least have nominated him once prior to this. It is his first partial win of the season.
Yes.
Dalen Terry now at 1.5 Goon of the Night victories so far this season. Vooch, tonight's game winner. Okoro involved in tonight's game-winning play. And Modest still in a 3-way tie for 2 wins apiece. Wow. Yeah. I mean, my goodness, Adam Amin. Also, my favorite part of all of that, and I'm going to drag the people that broadcast Bulls games for us for just a short second right now. They even had the word Sisyphean in a tiny little graphic they put up at the bottom left-hand corner of the screen opposite the scorebook, relaying what Adam was talking about of what I was just talking about in my original take, the 4 straight seasons where you're at 18-21, 39 games into the season. That graphics was on the screen for less than 2 seconds. And he said, okay, here we go, Adam. We made this graphic that you probably requested, and let's get it off there. We don't want people thinking about that too much. Wow, that's a lot of 18 and 21s consecutively. Let's get it right on that. Shout out to whoever the director was for the Bulls broadcast tonight.
Oh, and correction for me. I think I said unalive. I meant unavailing. I think I said that incorrectly. So just getting that typo corrected right there. But
I mean, you're splitting hairs.
Yeah.
I feel like I've been unalived by the Bulls countless times over the last many years. Do we want to wrap up tonight with just like a little clip of what Billy was talking about from tonight's post game with regard to Modest and his 19 minutes?
Okay.
Sarah, take it away.
Yeah, I mean, I know. I don't know if I love using the word like teach him a lesson. I'm not like trying to be vindictive at all. I just think that there's a standard of play, and that with an understanding that there are going to be mistakes, right? But like there's certain kind of mistakes that are good, and there was a couple possessions there early for him where he needed to come over and help, and he wasn't there. Okay, and there's a couple blockouts things that didn't happen, and. One of the things we had talked about, coming out of the Houston game was, the rebounding and the fouling. And he's one of our longest, biggest athletic players. And I know there's going to be some size discrepancies at times, but just the being in there and fighting and battling. And, I didn't like the way the first 2 minutes went. I got him off early, and then pretty soon after that, I took the rest of them out. And I think what you're trying to do as a coach is trying to get a group to play to a certain standard and to a certain level. And I think for him, the learning experience is, to me, of going all the way back to today. You go back to the time that you woke up, and how you get yourself prepared and all those things. Because that game against Houston was incredibly physical. They're big and strong. And it's everybody. I'd say it's our team because we're going to have more back-to-backs coming. We've got to be better, quite honestly, in the back-to-backs, in terms of the focus and the concentration, even when your body's dragging probably a little bit, right? No one's going to be 100% feeling their best. That's part of it. But how do you really mentally lock into that? And I think the hardest thing for young players is going through the back-to-backs. I know when talking to Kobe and Patrick even and Io a couple of years ago, they said that was the hardest adjustment for them. So it's not so much teaching him a lesson, but there's certain things he's got to mentally hold himself accountable to and responsible for, not only for himself, but for the group and for the team, because we're all kind of relying on each other.
Whenever you talk about accountability with him, it feels like you're kind of pointing to examples that are on the defensive end. Is that true? Is he normally getting pulled for defensive mistakes, or is there also an offensive element to it?
No, I mean, and again, I don't want to make it seem like, sometimes with the way the game is going, you have to make some changes in the game. And I know he was the first person I subbed. But it's not even about me yanking him or pulling him. I came back to him again, pretty soon after that. And that group was not great, and then I was just trying to find. I left the second unit out there for a long time. I thought about actually closing with the second unit, but I thought it was probably too many straight minutes for those guys coming off a back-to-back. And we, brought back Kobe and Tre, and, Isaac did a really good job defensively tonight, made a great play at the end of the
All right, so that was a little taste of Billy Donovan after tonight's Bulls went over the Jazz. As we head to a little bit of overtime here on CHGO Bulls postgame, just a reminder for all of you catching our show on our various streaming servicing partners and platforms, so Samsung TV, Roku, Comcast Xfinity Cable. If you want the bonus coverage, just head to allchgo.com. So we heard Billy say a few different things in that little clip, Dave, that we've heard him say before about Modest and his role on this team and earning minutes and playing time, holding himself accountable to himself, to his teammates, holding himself accountable to mistakes being made on the floor, and then to a certain point, just riding the guys that Billy liked what he saw from those said players out there tonight down the stretch, particularly with a ghost Modest in the fourth quarter, and that's just the way that the cookie crumbles sometimes, so to speak. I get all of that, and Modest himself said, I want Billy to coach me hard.
Yeah.
I want him to hold me accountable. So, look, as long as Modest is good with these tough night learning experiences, I guess I can make my peace with it too, as a Bulls fan who wants to believe that Modest knows best and what's best for him.
Sure.
Where I get a little concerned is that I don't know if I believe that Billy Donovan knows what's best.
Bang.
That's it. That's the thing for me.
That part right there, Matt. And that's exactly where I was going with that. Again, Modest, yeah, great. I'm cool with that. Like I said, he's a team player, bro. Probably never had a coach. Like he says, Billy's the best coach he ever had in his life because Billy's a good coach. But, man, that doesn't make him right all the time. Sorry. It just doesn't. And I'm going to disagree. It's not Modest's job to disagree with that. Like, I could get on here and disagree with what he's doing and the way he's going about it. And I enjoy the people in the chat making the points that I was already making to help magnify and amplify that. What I'm saying, like Mark's Infinite saying those things. And I can't pronounce your name above that, Drea. I apologize. But, yeah, man, like those things is how I feel and how Bulls fans feel when they're watching this. They're like, wait a minute, he got to be accountable for 15 minutes? And he can't make a mistake, or he got to sit down, or he got to have a bad game, 3 for 7, he got to sit down. But then I got to watch these other dudes go out here and play 20-plus minutes and just stink up the joint?
Dude.
You know what I mean? Like, and why? Like, why? And that's where I get lost at, and I understand where Billy is coming from in the sense of he wants to win. And Billy has always trusted veterans. No matter how good or bad they are, he's going to trust a veteran, all right? I'm just not with it because Modest is your future. So whatever mistake he's made, for me, it's a learning experience. It's him learning to do something right, learning to do something wrong, instead of snatching him off the floor and then telling him about it and then putting him back in there. That's, for me, that's not how it's working. You're right. If it's working out for Modest, great. If it's going a good way for him, wonderful. All right? But I have a problem with him not being on the floor playing the same amount of minutes as a dude I know that he's better than. Like, and a dude who I know is not part of our future. Okay? So he's got to have that opportunity to get out there and make those mistakes and play his game. And again, I'm going to harp on the mid-range until my eyes bleed. All right? It's driving me insane watching Modest Buzelis think. I don't want to watch him think. I'm watching him react. When he's reacting, Matt, that crossover behind the back, boom, go in with the layup, boom, it's smooth. When he's like, pop, tap, tap, step back, hit the 3, it's great, right? When he makes that crossover, Matt, and the defender jumps in front of him, and he hits it behind the back, and the defender goes that way, clearing space for him to take a nice little jump. You watch him think. You watch him start thinking immediately. You watch it. And what happens when he does that? He passes it, and then it turns into a turnover, or he passes it, and it turns into a negative play for the Chicago Bulls. That's what I'm seeing, and that's what upsets me more than anything. You can read his thoughts as if they were being typed across his forehead on one of those digital, like, Uber driver screens. Exactly. And it says, I'm not allowed to shoot this. Every freaking time. Every time, you can see it on his face, and it drives me crazy. Watch it happen. You watch it happen all the time, and it's mind-blowingly upsetting.
Shout out to our guy, President Mike Loves RC in the chat, who's saying, being accountable regarding Billy and assaults on Matas, but he plays P. Will 15 to 20 minutes a night, WTF. Mark's Infinite in the chat. So Matas can't miss a single box out in 19 minutes, but P. Will can miss 10 a night, grab 3 rebounds, maybe, and play 20 to 30 minutes a night. Billy, stop it. Can we get some just like consistency with that rule of law when it comes to Billy, young players on this team, and being held accountable.
Right.
You make a mistake, you come sit next to me.
Yeah.
Okay. I know that he had an okay game tonight, Sir Patrick Williams.
What happens when Billy makes mistakes?
He gets an extension to his contract.
Okay. I just wanted to ask that question too.
Rules are not the same for different people, Sarah.
Yes, Sarah Bear. Yes, this is correct.
Rich white men continue to fail upwards. The bald-headed menace was the head coach of this team, for crying out loud.
Got an extension.
Oh, God.
They had to still pay his cost. They had to pay him to leave.
The absolute hysteria of that dawning realization of the 4 years of status quo from earlier tonight. Yeah, I think somebody in the chat was saying, like, yo, honestly, Bulls Nation deserves some love for Goon of the Night tonight because that stat and that realization was depressing as hell.
Bulls Nation has one Goon of the Night before.
Yes, they do.
I've definitely given them the belt, without a doubt. They deserve it.
Also, shout out to Dizu to you in the chat who said Arturus Carnicephus, but like Carnicephus. Hold on. How can we say this the right way?
Come on.
Carnicephus, as in Sisyphus, but Arturus Carnicephus.
That's clever.
Arturus Carnicephus? How about that?
That's clever.
How about that?
That's clever, sir. Very
well
done.
Sweet Lord.
Well done.
But he's not even trying to bring the boulder up the hill.
Yeah.
He's saying, hey, everyone, come look at this beautiful boulder I made that's sitting here nice and safe on this plateau, not moving anywhere.
It doesn't look too safe there.
That looks like a pretty steep hill. I don't think I have any interest in pushing this boulder up that steep hill.
Yeah, but
I'm just going to keep it right here on this 39 and 43 plateau.
Yeah, but it's like trophies and money and gold and just tons of everything up that hill if you just push the boulder up. You don't want to push it? Oh, okay.
I'll stay. This boulder's heavy. I made it myself.
This is the comment. We can shut it down with this one right here. So.
Rage Quit Gaming in the chat saying, when's the next watch along at a local Chicago sports bar? I want to buy these gentlemen a drink. Well, Rage Quit Gaming, the answer is this Friday at Lone Owl Pub on Milwaukee in Wicker Park, 5 p.m. Free entry, no ticket, no RSVP required. Just show up, come hang out, and we'll buy you a drink. How about that?
How about that, bro? How about we buy each other drinks?
There you go.
We'll do that.
I'll need more than one.
Yeah.
Because it's a Bulls game night.
It's a Bulls game night. Playing against the Brooklyn Nets. And usually that would be nothing, but they struggle, you know what I mean, against these, lesser teams, as you've just seen.
Yes.
Again, playing up and down to the competition. Did we not just see them against the Rockets, like, going to work? And then they come in and play the Utah Jazz. Last-second victory, man. Tough, man. So we'll see what we get.
But, hey, there they go. 19 and 21, baby.
Yeah, right there.
40 games in. 2 games under.
All right. He says he'll be there. We'll hold you to that, sir.
Let's go.
We'll hold you to that.
Like clockwork. Hey, we'll be back tomorrow with a live podcast for y'all, 4:30 Central, talking about a little plus minus and whatever else is going on. Maybe break down a bit more of what we heard from Billy and Vuce in tonight's postgame. In the meantime, again, follow the GOAT, Will_Gottlieb. Read his stuff, ALLCITY.com. Become a diehard so you can read all of it and the very best of it.
Yes.
Don't forget promo code GOAT when you sign up for that new $36 Bears playoff diehard offer.
Don't forget it.
Shout out to the one and only Queen of Controls, Sarah Bear. Fun hanging out with you on a game night, Sarah Bear. We did it.
We did it, Sarah Bear.
No sludge on the court. Follow Big Dave, Bow, BNWL Sports. I'm Bulls_Peck. We are CHGO_Bulls. Love you, Bulls Nation. Each and every night. Appreciate you for tuning in each and every night.
Without a doubt.
Hit that like on your way out if you haven't done it yet. Make sure you subscribe if you aren't already. 103K and climbing. We will talk to you tomorrow. See you, Be good.
Love y'all. Peace.
We all silly like the mayor.